Hello everybody, my name is Scott Pettibone and I'm originally from Potlatch, Idaho, and I currently live in St. Paul, Minnesota. The top 5 strength results I got in descending order are number 5, futuristic, number 4, analytical, number 3, self-assurance, number 2, strategic, and number 1, ideation. I think these 5 strengths have basically shaped me from being a small child, where I had this huge innate curiosity and desire to learn things. I remember taking apart my parents' electronics in order to see how they work, with no real goal in mind other than just seeing what was inside. I think that's also the reason why I'm currently a scientist. In 2007, I received my BS in chemistry from the University of Idaho, and I later got a master's degree in organic chemistry from the University of Nebraska. I'm also currently a manager of analytical chemistry. So those 5 strengths of futuristic, analytical, self-assurance, strategic, and ideation really shaped me from childhood to now, where I've actually seen those 5 strengths come into play in various parts of my career. A little bit about the 5 strengths. The ideation is kind of summarized by a fascination of ideas. That is a prime thing that most scientists are doing. They are really excited about new ideas and new concepts and things that have never been thought of before, never been explored. That really strikes me. I'm very much curious about thinking about new things and trying new things. Part of the reason why I'm in an MBA program is for that exact reason, where I'm now more on the business side of the industry, not on the science side. So I'm trying to apply myself and learn new things. How can I be the best businessman that I can be? Strategic is summarized by a person that sees patterns through complexity. That is what an analytical chemist's prime responsibility is doing, is looking at really complex situations and trying to put it into terms that make sense, or taking a big data set and finding the themes within it that you can then use and leverage to do the next set of experiments or the next type of science. Self-assurance, this is the absolute reason why I'm a manager. A lot of people come to me because they have confidence that I know the answer. It's also kind of summarized as a person that has faith in their own strengths. I certainly do not really lack in confidence, and my friends joke about that a lot, but it's not from an arrogant perspective. It's just I'm confident in what I do know, and I'm not afraid to really tell people about it either. Analytical, I think that one is fairly obvious from the title of my current position of an analytical chemist. My mind works in a way where I really need to be shown the data in order to truly believe it. When people just tell me that they have this anecdotal reason to believe something, I always doubt it. I doubt most things. I have a very healthy skepticism about what people talk to me about. Not that I'm challenging people on their belief systems or anything like that, but I really need to be shown it rather than just be told it. And futuristic was really summarized by being fascinated by the future. That's another thing that scientists are always very fascinated by, is like, so we've made this discovery, what can we do with it now? How can we apply it to the future? Do I believe that I think that these strengths are helping me make a difference? I believe I currently am making a difference. In my current position, we do testing on medical devices prior to them being released by the FDA to the public. We test them for safety and efficacy to make sure that no chemicals are going to be introduced to a patient that will cause them harm. So we're testing them for carcinogens, toxinogens, all those types of chemicals to make sure that when that person gets that pacemaker or gets that screw in their foot after they've broken it, that they're not going to be exposed to something that will hurt them further down the line. So I believe I'm already making a difference with these strengths, and these strengths really insinuate a lot of what I'm doing and who I am as a person. Further example of how these strengths have shaped me into who I am is what I did after I took the assessment. I actually Googled independent research into Strengthfinder 2.0 and came across various articles, some to the exact contrary of what the Strengthfinder is trying to achieve. Some of these contrary articles were published in a Harvard Business Review. One of them is called Strengths-Based Coaching Can Actually Weaken You, and the other one is called Stop Focusing on Your Strengths. They're written by the CEO of Hogan Assessments, who publish assessments themselves which actually focus on strengthening your weaknesses. I personally believe focusing on your strengths is a very good strategy. If you know what you're good at, then you can accentuate and put yourself into situations to achieve greater things using your strengths. But I think it would be a mistake to forget your weaknesses and just ignore them together. I think if there's something that you blatantly need to work on, that should also be taken into account as you're trying to promote yourself to be the best person you can be. Well, let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll look forward to seeing and reading all of your guys' articles as well. Thanks.